Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. This doesn't vibrate anymore when it turns on. So excuse me. I'm gonna make sure it's on. Yep. Alright. So stoked on tonight, honestly. Well, to finally give a go with some of the fire braid. No, diamond braid. So I might go as simple as possible with the mylar tube and right here. Oop. And a little chunky thing, the redfish special, because I do think I got some. I'll take just a second. See that there? Gonna give that a go. And this might be another thing to make half red and half white. Trying to put that in. It's very hot back here again, so bear with me. Dying. But it's nice and it's 84 degrees. Might get some water also. Cut a few yeah, water. It's like humid indoors. Sure. Ugh. Just feels so gnarly back here. But outside it's been really nice. Nice breeze. Just the sun goes down and it's mosquito. But humble beginning to the season. Just a few. And here is nothing compared to the swamp. The swamp is like 40 at any given time. So I've got some really vibrant chenille now. And maybe I will use, okay, so I saw the time and I just hopped right on. So if anyone has any pattern ideas, I want some crustaceans, and I like the idea of some like tan colored with some grayish, pinkish, like the ones in the sand here. You see them skirting around, and anywho, pull this up here too. And did find razor blades, so bam. The double-edged razor blades. Looked everywhere for these. I think I might also glue a strip of leather onto it so I can hold it. I was gonna look that up if anybody makes like things, because I do have a chamois with me to use. But might try to give that a go. I have yet to give deer stacking a go, so real stoked on that. I was looking for razor blades everywhere, but Walgreens happens to have one pack left. So hello, hello. Shoot, gotta get rid of that spider. What's that? Like a statue. Please. Desulton. Excuse me. I should have like talked before pressing live because I've been sitting at this desk all day and I haven't really said much out loud. But I actually pretty much meat and seafood. Just last 4 months been staying at my parents' house. My dad's going through cancer treatments, and so about, did I say weeks? I don't know, 4 months. And all my hard work went down the drain, unfortunately. I was trying to bulk up, but that's it. Back to square one. Not by choice. And that's actually the whole reason why dedicating my entire existence to fishing, because at least then I will know I will have clean, nutrient-dense food on a regular basis. Publix, where shopping is a pain in the arse. Dick's Flash is another one. I might try that. And this, heading back to some patterns rather than winging it, as the encyclopedia of fly patterns. And again, thank you, Cody, for this. This is brutal. So let's see. What spider? What do you like to think about? I really appreciate that, Big Daddy. Truth Seeker, a bunch of stuff. Honestly, Code, who's usually here, is coding a kind of like a social platform, and you could build rooms and whatnot. And a lot of the kind of pixel art that I was trying to get into it, but fell off of it. Need to get back on that. If anybody makes pixel art, but want to have discussion groups in there, because anything, symbolism, mythology, fly tying and fishing, and carpentry, electrical, anything. Anything that isn't nothing. I think that would be ideal. So, gosh, I'm real stoked. I didn't think I was gonna end up with this much chenille, and I really don't know what to do. Like, my heart's beating like I'm about to meet someone for the first time. I'm not even kidding. Because it's like it unlocks a bunch of directions, and especially in the realm of crustaceans. I don't have a belt, no. Oh, that didn't even say belt coding. I do not code, but code codes. I tried to learn Python once before I knew code. I ended up frying my computer, long story short, yeah. I was trying to use it to blend images in before AI, like image generation, there's like Google Inception or something, I forgot. A friend of mine, yeah. I don't know what happened to that. It wasn't Google, it was either Inception or Dream. I think there's two different. I mean, 10 years ago too, so a while back. Oh, buddy. So, I don't know what to do. There's a few things that I need. I need some levitating scrimps, but I also, see, I'm not sure too much how to, okay. So, the diamond braid is kind of, I've never touched it before. Oh, hold on. Not what I expected. Taste? I'm just kidding. Don't want to get it into knots, but let's see. Okay, let me get a shank. Yeah. Which, yeah. So, well, a mutual friend, I should say. I don't know if I've ever met them in person. Like, is incarcerated for vehicular manslaughter, and has got a bunch of, what's it called? like, is, I don't even know what to say. Getting it's like, kind of like a indie kid, I guess. I don't know what to say. Like local music, but then that all, I don't know. I told him he should just post on YouTube, cause I didn't really like, know what to say. It was like very sporadic, and it involved 2 sentences that stuck out. I'm getting a neck tattoo, and I suppose I forgot the other one. I don't know, man. I had a friend of mine that genuinely went off the cheekbones, so I pretty much like stay in fortress, like, so just gnarls and barkley. But anywho, I like don't really know what to so I'm gonna get a shank bulked up and then try to pull some of this over it. I don't know what I expected. I expected like a stretchier material, but yeah. Oh. Yeah, it says like not being a dick, but I should probably like study something or something. Can't imagine. I didn't place much thought onto that, cause imagine like waking from a coma or something into today, like 5 years ago, or like something like that. I don't know. Wish the best, of course, but holy trucks, man. It's too real. Too real. Like, hope everyone's having a beautiful night, which reminded me, you know, just so many intense levels are being hit, and like, definitely, wild times. So, like, plants, fish, deer, I suppose, which one day I hope I could find like people to like trade maybe fish to deer with, or like textiles. I don't know, but textiles, food, and stuff that keeps your mind busy is the most important things. Alright, think woman. I wish there was like ones that have multiple of these on it, so you could just start a bunch. Alright, well, let me zoom on in so I could think a little straighter. Hey, I really appreciate that, Vinny. Finally summertime, so it gets summer quick here. Not the best installation in this house during the winter, but holy trucks, the summer you could probably, I don't know, make some like for my ancient bed. I do have, jeez, I need to like talk a good 5-10 minutes before stream. So I've been trying to accumulate as many sizes as I can. And look from local shops. So most of these are from Tuppence Marine, TUPPEN''S. Been there since 1956, y'all. And they do sell boats and repair them. And their shop right here in Lake Worth is jam-packed. Just about everything for mostly saltwater fishing you could possibly need. And there is like a boutique Grand Slam on Blue Heron Boulevard in Riviera Beach. And some of the pieces in there, or rigs, look like chandeliers. Like, I mean, I've seen the rubber skirts and like the squid teasers and stuff, but these are like brick, so like lucite and just wild textures I've never seen before. I don't know if I'd be able to put that in the water. I would definitely be able to hang it from my ceiling though. But got some 3407s here and haven't been able to find 3407s anywhere. Excuse me. But I did find a few from Tuppence. So they had a drawer section with some loose hooks. Found them there. So I grabbed what I could. And I think I had one size larger, but I figured might as well start here and go back for them. That's right down the street. Yeah. I really want to, next time they do an event out there, because they do sidewalk sales and stuff, like, can I just bring a little table and silently and awkwardly tie flies in the background? And like, you could just give away the flies. I really love Tuppence. And I always miss the like events and the sidewalk sales, so maybe this way I won't. Alright, I don't know. I didn't mean to start there. And these are size 4/0. But really nice shape. And like as sturdy gets. Holy. Alright. Decision time. Impossible. They do have a section of, ooh, gosh, it is a dangerous game. Like, you know, you know how people say tomato, but I say shibari or shibori, because saying the wrong Japanese word is a very dangerous game. Like shibari is one letter off. Two totally different things, both involving wrapping with cords. But shoot, I completely forgot it. I don't want to say the word that keeps coming. Anywho. Just need like a decision maker. Hey, that's shame using it. Yeah, I'm stoked having it here too. I got this years ago. I forgot what I needed it for. Hey, Ron! The change outside. Team Fortress. I guess I got to buy Overwatch again. Is Overwatch a show or a game? I hear that mentioned a lot. Like, not here, but like, out and about. I never looked it up. You get... Yeah. Let me see, what's that? Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't even know how it got to be the middle of the day. No, it's not. That's Tuesday. I was... My dad just told me in passing, I forgot what he said, but then concluded that the weekend is tomorrow, but maybe I heard wrong. Anywho. If anyone has any input as far as there's just too many possibilities. You know something? I know I want a crab, so let me just knock a crab out real quick. Alright. I'm not sure how wide you would want the gap, the gape of your hook when making crustacean. Is this the same size? Okay. Let me put this pack up. Hey. So. And this is size 2, 3407. And I know for a fact they have these at Walmart. But they also have them at Topaz. So, I'm not sure how I want the orientation yet. However, I do have these chamois pads cut in circles already. I might use 2, or I might use wool and this. It depends. I might also make one circle a little smaller on this side with some wool inside. I think that's gonna be it. And you can also use a feather on top. Maybe I should get a cup of coffee real quick. Shrimp or crab? Shrimp, crab, or crab? Shrimp or... Hey, that's pretty... Some of these make you hungry, I will be real. The shrimps are very, like, look at that. Crab, right on. Crab people, crab people. Oh, I got some new legs and stuff. Stoked on this. So I'm not sure if this is like good idea to tie this side, but sometimes I forget I'm tying upside down when I am. So let me switch out the thread. This skirt looks like one from my childhood, which I did not partake in that trends. They were not very utilitarian. But now they have like elastic, so grab loads of random things. Anything that was my size, really. Not even really caring what it looks like. Just as long as it was breathable. Because I will have my energy back eventually. And I will take me arse to the coast. One thing I want before then is to grab some mesh bags, because one thing that drives me nuts every time I go to the beach is I like looking for stuff. I like looking for stuff and digging through the seaweed, everything. And I don't like leaving stuff behind that I pass, like the wrappers. And I'm trying to actually make a little group that does cleanups. I know there's plenty of beach cleanups. Well, there isn't plenty. Like, there should be like more groups. And I think it would be darn sweet walking on the beach, looking for shells and shark teeth, metal detecting, fishing, picking up trash, carrying on to the next spot. What? Paradise. So simple. And, but, like, try to stream the whole thing, and rather than just might be able to get a little more done. And the first thing I'm trying to get, there's two things I'm trying to get. A foldable kayak, the ones you could throw on your back. I am an on-foot person, so I could put that in Ubers and buses and like just backpack it and climb through things. That's necessary. Like the inflatable ones are kind of a pain in the arse for all that. But the other thing is just mesh bags, like small ones and large ones, so I could swim with them. It is a pain in the arse, like trying to every time separate trash from shells, because I usually go down with one bag, and I like fragments. I don't take many intact shells. I will if there's like tons, but in a interesting design. I would really go for weird fragments and teeth and barnacles, anything with holes. And if there's a hole, there's a goal. And that goal is not drilling through my finger again, because nowhere locally sells hollow Dremel bits. Diamond tip hollow Dremel bits. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of string. So I always end up just using whatever I have. And lead. The drilling through shells is not easy, but the hollow tip bits are like, yeah. But I don't mind. With GS Hypocement and just getting stuff with shells or holes already, which narrows what like grab. I like it. Sorry, I haven't looked up. Hey, David! I think I see. Yeah. Pretty good. Yoda crushed shell. Do you see shells in your fishing spots, Ren? Like freshwater shells? I guess. Yeah, fresh. Any inland folk want any seashells, even like just one to like hang from a thing, or like a bag full for crafts. I just like finding them. And maybe I will have a shell section on rage baits and like founds stuff. And also, if you do tie flies or make anything fishing related, please feel free to send me a message on Discord, Facebook, Instagram, and I'll put your links. I'm gonna try to make a directory of pretty much anyone out there that does stuff. Might as well. I'm gonna make one square just a hair smaller. Oops. Has anybody went to Joann's, and is it worth it? I really want to go behind it, the dumpsters, but the beads are rolling all over the place. That's how I picture it anyway. Alright. I do have some eyes up here that might be fun, but I'm gonna have some better ones. Dang it, I already lost it. Oh, yeah. Quite small, but this little guy's quite small. So, I'm not gonna use this, but I do want to see how head cement works as a kind of a eyeball. Oops, well, not very well. Whoops. Shite. Hold on. Yeah. Made a P deal. Sorry, there's like court TV on. Or not court TV. That would be interesting. Ion. I wish I could enjoy TV shows and movies, but I don't have the patience. I get angry. See time like moving by like fast. Ah, fruit. Not easy. Stuff is not easy. Same name on Facebook? Yes, sir. Jaime Lyn. I have a page, but I don't really use it. They just make it too much of a pain going back and forth. So, and I don't really use my like regular Facebook for anything but posting random stuff. Let's just make this as convenient as possible. Maybe I'll try again with this. Yeah, stuff is a pain in the arse, but when I get it like quick, it's real nice. Oop. I just don't understand. Why? Ah, shit. Oh, I got the other side, so dang it. Well, this is a to be continued kind of thing. I will find a pre-made set of eyes. I am just running a little low, so I do have to sit down and make some more sometime. Right. A few different ways that I've come to, or I did them, and it not come to do, because I just made a bunch and only now starting to run. And the blue got some legs. Maybe some like weird greenish ones mixed in. Nah, these brown ones. It's like ideal, really, the color brown. And then something like some chenille for the front. I just want some rubber in there to like be like moves cool. It really does. That bluegill killer made so much stuff like snap into getting it. At least like having the sensation of understanding. Mm. And I did find some affordable dumbbell eyes, so I think I might go ahead and order those. Because I keep crying myself to sleep. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I want some weight. Get down there. Haven't used any of these yet, but still really, really like them. That's without the Mylar. The ones with the Mylar flake, I think the one. I think it hit me last minute just to throw a few flakes of Mylar in it. Brought so much life to it. Alright. Yeah, figuring this out as we go. Guess not following a pattern of sure. It's just, man, it's so limitless. And it's all just strategic uses of materials and hopes to catch a fish, which just instantly blows me away. And anybody like, I don't know, that you can make something with some doohickeys and like then make you some donor. And I don't mean like selling it on Etsy and then buying some groceries. It's just wild. So I have time myself this evening, great. I really appreciate that, Tony. Say it too. Yeah, it's it really, it's like a perfect area to like drawing or somewhere you could deploy like different techniques and like strategies, really, even weaving or just anything. And like I always thought crafts were cool because you have a finished product at the end that you can hang on a wall or wear. And yeah, just so I don't like mind that time isn't really on my side as far as getting out there. And same thing with energy wise and like baseline energy now. Like riding the waves of my own heart's pulse, essentially. But that is all temporary. Should I have red eyes? I like white eyes. These things are like sandy. They slip, they're very camouflaged in the sand, so maybe these will be perfect. And they're a little bigger. It just sucks, man. Like, even the delivery food available, it's all pizza and pasta. And that's nice every now and then, but man, having that a few nights in a row is, I feel like shite. I do anywho. I do really like pasta, but when it's a choice, maybe? I don't know. And yeah, it's just, that's why any input, advice, more than appreciated, because I just write this shit down in a notebook, because a few weeks from now, like, my dad will have more energy, and everything will be golden again, like golden goose eggs. I mean, I'm like reevaluating everything down to just like what I deem perfect picnic food. Trying to readjust everything for maximum efficiency. Oh yeah, as well as energy, because it doesn't matter if you've got a bunch of snacks if after you eat them all you're starving. So I'm wondering if I should try to. Trying to figure out the best way to like get these eyes on. Thinking about, well, I'm just gonna do it. Cutting the line and gonna burn it together. And I still gotta find some braid. Woolly, I'm not sure if he'll ever come back, but recommended ice fishing line, and that seems to be pretty inexpensive, like I said. So I'm gonna try to get some of that, and either crochet, well, I don't know what the line looks like actually, so I guess either crochet or use that snake knot, or I forgot what it's called already. Okay. Eyes joints. Yeah. Little green eyes instead. Because these things are, like, yeah, they're tiny. I need the larger ones if that starts to look off. Not delivered. Yes, if you look up delivery liquor, there's obviously all the best places are gone. Mm-hmm. Alright. So, no. Wool. Grayish wool. Probably from wool yarn. Make a little pad out of that. And some white. I gotta brush some more sweaters. Craftford. The wool's really absorbent. Mostly wool. I have no foam, so just marshmallow. Mix it up a little bit. I just want a little padding. It's like it's fat content. And it'll be. Oh. Wait a minute. Alright, I'll top with that instead. I just realized I'm not wrapping the body at all, so I don't want to just glue the whole thing together. I mean, it is good glue. But anyway. Choker. Like there, like be the endings. Let's see. Alright, Let me do this if I can. Eee. Yeah. That stuff is tough. No. GS Hypersman. Hey, appreciate that, Matthew. Gonna be out there pretty soon. As soon as that water hits 81 degrees, I am acclimated. I really do want to find more spots this season. With codes drawn, because a lot of rock piles. Alright, so maybe UV resin? God, I would hate to try this head cement again, but I mean, that is really quite difficult to work. I mean, tries really, really fast, but also slow. Okay. No. Yeah. Hoping on tonight is golden. The weather, it rains a little bit, but it was so nice all day. It's just alright, get to, maybe I will go a few passes with Doving. Oh, like, gosh. I really don't know what direction to go with crab or scrimp, but I'm really excited to be able to produce them eventually. Okay, so let me think on that. So I don't want them to kind of like serve the purpose of being the Okay. Oh, yes. Very hot in the house. My dad will not let us put the AC on. Not even for a second. Maybe like 15 minutes. Which, what I think at first is like, is he cold? What does that mean? But ow. Ooh. So not sure how long I want it, but I feel like, oh wait. Maybe. Want something kind of like under this stuck out, I think. See what a knot does. Yeah. Okay, what was that? This one. Oh, maybe the opposite direction. Oh. This. Not sure. Another idea I was gonna do is maybe keep two intact going around. So there was like a bouncy, like maybe that pushed down like a bumper. But not too sure. Ooh, snap and turn. Me too. Okay. I'll use this little scrap bit over here. Cause that will conceal the claw. want to pull too tight as to rip the legs. So I go back and like put some dubbing, get a little fluffier, and get these shell backs on. Sugar. Oh, this is what I'm eating also. I apologize, but ah, really needed sugar. Oh. Okay. Well, this stuff's called sparkle yarn. Remember I used it before? Looks like yarn. Right on, sparkle yarn. So I'll attach it, dub up with pearl, and then, come back for this. Shite, what about my arms and claws? Okay, this is chenille. And sugar. Okay. Oh, I cannot wait to find a workspace so I can kind of... Let's look at these. I'm not exactly how y'all are doing the claws. It says with tubing, but I can't really understand. I'm gonna stroke the chenille a little bit. Give it some life. Stroke. Hmm. Oh, that's proper. That's not plastic. That's a like a material. Hmm. Cause I want a like a thicker material leg. Let me see how thin I could cut this. Alright. Hmm. Not too sure. What's that? Ah, alright. This is when. How did that happen? The materials are splayed out in very. Hmm. Okay. I don't know. That's okay. Maybe I'll just, cut some of this yarn and mix it in. Oops. Just pinching the yarn before I had a coffee blender. This time it all those colors. Okay. Mm, yeah, it's really hot in here. I don't know. My dad doesn't really say anything anymore, so unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know if like something's happening that's making him more stubborn than usual. So just been kind of sitting here waiting to be filled in, and I don't know what's going on. Just wanted it to be a little full, you know? Not everything's gonna gonna go well. Hmm. Oh wow, that was it. Oh. Ooh, scary Larry. Ow. Okay. Ooh. Breathe for a second. Oh. Dang, I forgot the strips I prepared for the legs. He's gonna put two. Dang. No, I might have to revisit this crab. What should I do there? So maybe tying off here and then going in separately. Since let's see, is this like I wish chasing with a but not really a kind of like a hurts. Need sugar. Like gotta replant like sandwiches, that kind of thing throughout the day, but they're not lasting energy or fuel. So I was gonna make meatloaf, and it's beans and beef. I might have to return after thinking about this for a little bit. And maybe using feathers instead for the legs. Should really just push sander in, right? Because this will be like pretty in the sand, at least that's how I picture it. That's what's inside of them. I thought I was nuts. It's not nuts. I was thinking about doubling the knot at the bottom, or knotting the bottom of it. Maybe I'll keep like the legs together, but like still kind of chattery looking. I have not tried noodling. I would definitely give it a go. You're already in water, so it doesn't matter if you piss yourself. Almost like, well, did we make it that you know, the one? Okay, so let me try this. Oop, my dad. Tie this off real quick. Alrighty. Now, gonna zoom on out while I'll figure out what to do. So, I kind of like Nottingham too, that looks neat. This was just gonna be extra because I wanted like a few different types of materials, I guess. Like one to move under the visible. So the visible, like chonky, kind of like lame, not lame like this is lame, like kind of will look animate maybe. Probably like cut zigzagged strip. All ears as first input. And here, actually too, let me look at the other crab patterns because there might be a perfect claw idea. Orange. Man, this not almost getting too much. I can't really remember what color it's in. No. Well, I think any input on this. I could add some, or glue it together, but I really wanted to be a little strategic, a little more strategic, and I did find some larger pink eyes. I just gotta add more legs for some more movement, but trim his legs. So, oh wait, are you cute? So, let me think on you a little bit more. Yeah. But, yeah. I don't know, maybe I'll think like out loud. Full belly scrimp. That looks nice. Anything with the hook point up is really what looks nice to me right now. Things that could use or pass along. Oh, so. Random zombie noise. Yep. Oh. Getting his voice back. Hey! That's actually quite good for crustacean eyes. I just looked down and was like, hey, that's a freaking eye. And crustacean or slug. Yeah, that's getting his voice back. I was like, yeah, outlook change or something. Like, come on, bro. Like, collect crystals or something. Like, get into it. Just get into it. I do need to order the dumbbell eyes. I finally found them. Because the things that I really could benefit from is anything weighted, anything that like lives in sand, because I feel like that's places I will target until I can learn how to not get caught in things. Or unless like fishing somewhere that I can swim something free. I don't know. Maybe just hang out. Hope everyone's having a beautiful evening. If there's any patterns specifically you'd like to see, in the meantime, I'll just, can I go through the crabs? That would be cool if I had clear legs. But, like, 4 on each side, so 8, like, out, shallow. And, that, like, moves everything around while you're, like, your prosthetic legs are kind of being your visual, and the rubber clear ones are like skirting around underneath. At least that's what I'm picturing. Because what I want to try for the shell is the resin dye, those little bottles of resin dye, and could get a splotchy kind of hardened shell, because their shells are incredibly hard. They're quite fragile, little sand crabs. I have it so clear, but I'm not sure what's up. Maybe. Might be able to. I keep meaning to look up how surgeons, nurses do stitches. I always forget how to do it with pliers. I mean tweezers. And tiny little piece of thread into a knot, and they do it so effortlessly. Well, like you can't see the effort. Some days aren't yours at all. Yeah. I am a few Cliff Bars deep into my evening. So glad they make these, and that they sell them everywhere. It's like, anyway, so I'm gonna get some coffee and try to re-evaluate my plan, because see, I'm overcomplicating the legs because all of them are just simply the rubber legs. However, the one in my mind has decoy legs plus movement legs under the decoy legs. I'm not sure how to keep the glue for the chenille, how to keep it from unraveling if it's not meltable. But anyway, what's y'all's favorite pattern or craft or doohickey? Cause maybe I just have some creative block in my own dang mind too much these days. Never fish with Hannah Barrett? It'd be nice to fish in the Hannah Bowden. What the fuck? No, but she needs like a comic book immediately. I can't, sometimes I can't find, I can't tell Florida or Texas. And other places like that. Where? Like Mississippi? I don't know. Very nice though. Well, I was really, really grateful for more people that like content creators to watch because I I exhausted my ability to withstand news and a few of the news things that I like. I guess I've watched for a long time. Used to like do a lot of the like just I guess on location stuff, but everything's like bigger than I. So I I've been trying to watch more regular content and beyond the few like channels that I found. I can't even remember names, but really needed more like yeah shows, like outdoor shows stuff. I can't remember. Shit, what is it called? It's something and something. It's like fish and no, deer, buck, or like venison. It's something venison. I don't know. My dad's friend asked if seen, so I immediately looked it up because I'm like, if I haven't seen this channel yet, I'd like to subscribe because I am slowly but surely. The algorithm, it is what it is. Like, I like that kind of system. You know what's going on, so I just click anything that's remotely outdoorsy. Because it hit me the other day. The suggested videos have found all kinds of interesting things to just pop on in the background, documentaries, like different like subjects, like specific thing, and like a few facts on that. But then I realized the other day it was all just like ticker tape stuff, like the news kind of bars and the little thing in the corner. I was like, shit. Because it's so easy to get into. And like have the sensation of connecting dots. No, no. Crazy. That's why I like, nice as can be. Even like if, because people are on edge out there. Or, understandable. But just like be extra nice, because then it like, it really is. They have that, cartoon character, or cartoon, it's like shadow figure. No, it's like regular person, and then they're walking like the. I should just try to doodle it. Like it rubs off, you know. Like, I think just like a few more months and it's about to be like really kind of good again. Because really can just kind of, if I wanted to make a green market right now, like can make a green market and like have people perform at it by just putting out ads, like need local band for green market, need vendors for green market, and then like flyers go, and that's just an example. And there's so many like fantastic things like happen, and uh, the yeah. Anyway, I said I was gonna get coffee, so I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna ramble. I apologize. Please don't hesitate. If you want any pattern, just so evident creative block happening. This is a creative block live in Southeast Florida, and I shall return. Oh shoot, cat can't Jenga right now in these parts, but I forgot to show. I think I showed briefly, but I wanted to show again just so I have in here. These are for diamond painting, but for the eyes. Dad! You know what? Okay. To be totally transparent, the back apartment filming space isn't working out. It's just, I can't get it painted in time and this and that. So, I was fixing to move my workspace back to the swap desk. So, everything is packed, and that's why I am way less organized, ironically, than usual. Because everything is as organized as it's ever been. Alright, Come on, woman. Oh, there's just so many possibilities. Berries and freaking cream. Yeah, I'm not in anguish. I'm real stoked on this. I don't know what to do with myself. I do have loads of doubles. I did want to mention also. So always down to like trade or like pass any doubles along. Because I do plan on like acquiring for mental health reasons. I can't pass up supplies, whether it be for metal work or art. So let me start from scratch. And let me get the most important bin out, which is my decision maker. Yeah! Hackle, maybe Flash. Oh my. And I didn't go to Tuckman's today. I meant to, because I really need more of those hooks. Jonesing for those hooks. They're just... I have one left. But I can't remember the name. And I want to take a picture of the... Oh wow, Maris, I really appreciate that. Well, now definitely I will be going tomorrow to Tuckman's for some more of these bad boys. They're heavy duty. Hooks real nice. And no bar there. So... very butter. They only have them in small packs, and I put the label and the package aside, and I wish I you know how like you could be like living out of a suitcase? Well, I'm living out of like a filing system of bins. Like the one right next to me is art supplies, because you never know. The one next to that is all my notebooks, because you also never know. Then like socks and that kind of thing. Bathing suits, and like kind of sloppy stuff to wear like there. And I got everything packed for Shoreline. And I did want to offer, maybe like, I just don't know how to do giveaways, but I'm not able to. So I thought this might be a good thing. And I have a few different, I have a few of them, so I can send a few out. But it's everything you need to catch them pumping out in Florida. I wanted to get 3 ounce, but they only had 2 or 4 ounce, or 2 ounce and 6 ounce. And Sputnik sinkers, and yeah. And I already have a bubble mailer, and I'm called, they don't have, I actually asked if they didn't have to be flat, because when I first got the Sputnik things, I was like, that'd be ideal. And it's sabiki, so my bad. I have the one in the bubble mailer already. That's very Florida friendly, so please never hesitate. I'm gonna put more of these packs together too. And it's just like the simplest thing possible, but you know, they don't sell this everywhere, so it's good for sandy bottom. And these actually disengage for retrieval. And then these float, nice levitating, kind of float deal. Very vibrant, very noticeable. And I have yet to fish the circuit. I'm very excited for this. Every single, essentially, search result yielded in this. Every like problem I was trying to solve was this work setup. And then of course sabiki for some bait. And yeah, I want to make loads of those kits, because also the what's it called? The PO boxes I thought were like super expensive, but they're not. So I'm gonna be emailing also a bunch of places just to see if like scraps are available, like uh, fabric factory type things. I've found a bunch of for clothing, hat making, and that kind of thing. And yeah, I never know. I really just never know. 'Cause I really like working with scraps, and if I could get some byproducts to experiment with, that would be fantastic. But anyway, why sit down? Oh, one more thing. It might not make much sense, but having incense kind of helps with the heat. It makes it feel less like an enclosed space, or like an enclosed, inviting space. The desk is suffocating me, but it's alright. The treatments are almost over, so we'll be able to pick back my life pieces, because it is a strange thing to kind of walk away from everything for a few months, just out of nowhere. And now that the treatments and everything are coming to a close, the whiplash is setting in. Wow, like I haven't seen my cat in 4 months. And it blows my mind. Just so much time with it. And it's not the time. I knew time was gonna, it was gonna take time. But it went by really fast. Like, my body feels like I was in this chair for 4 months, but, like if I were to kind of try to remember the, like, sequence, it feels like a removed space and time. But I mean, can't complain there. It was a breeze compared to, well, I guess what could have been. So I did get razor blades. Which I've actually never seen these in person. I mean, I've seen the depictions, but never seen them in person. Like on alcohol-treated shirts or something. But I never thought they were so thin like that. It's I can see now. I was gonna go ahead and try with the scissors, but I figured might as well wait. Give myself a fighting chance. The sculpt bends. There's one in particular. So I'm like staring so hard at this crab. Just, what? So, like, and we got two of like the sculpin, the streaker, the Frank the Tank. It's one of the last movies that I kind of remember in full that I watched, and it's years ago. Old school. I think tomorrow I need to force myself out of the house. Finally got the majority of the knots out of my back. There's, I think, one. Where I could feel like if I don't move for a second. But I do see that they have for hammocks a lot of places to hang hammocks. So it might be worth keeping at least the like the trapeze part. It's well, not trapeze, but it's like a sling to hang in things. I don't need the straps. Alright. I'm trying to make a bend. Alright. Ooh. Alright. Just get this arm because I think that might be it. Just thinking maybe of changing the color, but Yeah, so table, ground level, excludes the necessity for chairs. Like 12 inches, or like some, anyway, floor table. And just anything that heats a small mess kit, because that could be used for a little meal, or it could be used for a beverage or coffee. And it takes up 0 room, so even if you don't get around to using it, it ain't no big deal. When I was in high school, and shortly after, I had an oil drum, and it's from the glue factory, a store here in West Palm. Every type of adhesive you can possibly need. I hope they can survive the hellscape that is today, especially in regards to small local business. Like Hoffman's just closed, which Hoffman's was our local chocolate factory. It's been there forever, and they had the biggest Christmas display. I mean, to this day, I would like to go. It's just everything will be different and no longer exist. So I do want to make those claws a little bit more evident. Not, I know not like claws, but just like little, utilitarian ends rather than, you know. Alright. I'll do. You know, might try to dye this with some coffee. Stretch his legs a little more. Uneven. My neck, my back. My neck, my back. It's on a commercial. My neck, my back, feet of my poodle, and my bird. I guess when I was in like 3rd grade, I used to say that apparently. Hi, Ducky. Might not these little ones. I don't know. Some of those on the bottom. Okay, idea. What does a crab even look like? I can't even remember now. Crab. Yeah, that's a look in my mind and okay. So we'll do like that. Like a tapered. Oh, tapered edge. Oh. Just a little thick. Yeah, then you can take a little nip. Yeah, alright. Might have to lay it flat, but I just want to see. Yeah, lay it flat. Crap. Alright. Really excited for this bit. These eyes. These eyes. I want you guys to say something questionable. Makes me feel like I'm a prude. Like I might as well be swirling a cup of like tea and judgment back here sometimes. It's just like wish I could enjoy something. I feel like TV would be a little more enjoyable if I love my parents, but oh my gosh. That was supposed to be like who the person is. I don't know. I need them, I don't know why. Like they could really like do like commentary. Like I like movies and shows. I have a low tolerance. I end up just like fiddling with stuff if I don't really end up watching it. So ask me any questions of like what did he say? I'm and like what I think it's because I think he's starting to get it because I'll be staring at the TV like for an hour like with them, but I'll be trying to like I don't know, just thinking of stuff like zoned out in the TV. So now he doesn't ask me anymore if I seen or heard something. But I'll never forget. He's like, "So you could be watching the TV and you're not watching it?" I'm like, "No." Tell Code the same thing. Like out in public, I don't see the other people. Really shy about. Oh my gosh. If I see something interesting, I will walk in front of a news crew without even realizing it. I just want to kind of try to remember. Because this kind of configuration here lays nice and flat. Let me zoom in. Little crabby. I think, yeah, I really appreciate that, Ron. Yeah, no, oh my god. It'd be interesting to try pompano rig, like, elsewhere, maybe. I'm sure there's other, like, forms of fishing where the rig, like, near the hook calls for a, some form of float. Yes, I think I'm just, gonna glue the lid on. And it's gonna with hypo cement, so that's some strong stuff. But can show. I quite like it. I'm probably gonna remake this on a hair clip because that is like a precious bow. Very nice. So, beautiful. Alright, so let me get some glue on. Might do the bottom first. So I might like do the centers with the hypo cement and then use hot glue around. So I can just seal it with all the legs in place because I'll have to clamp it if I do it with just hypo cement. And I might, when gluing it with the hot glue, like cut some dubbing to sprinkle in between to get it a little kind of more goofy. I still might think a pad of something cool. And I'm gonna also make the shell smaller. I think that might have to happen. Could stitch it. I might have some sharp needles. That would be really nice. Stitched in between everything. Because sometimes these ones are a little bitty. Like the ones I have in mind, like that are screwing on the. There's loads of different types of crabs out there, but stitching it would give that kind of ripply outer edge, which a lot of crabs, especially the harder shells, do have. That might be neat. Especially, for leatherworker here. Oh shoot! Gosh, my brain wasn't fried. I can't remember until I can't wait until I can remember things again. Oh yeah. All right. So, how big should I cut it? I think I'll keep those. See, I can't really think of Little Mermaid anymore when I hear that. I just think of, do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? Will you worn wigs? Oh, I gotta listen to it again. You're a beautiful man. A beautiful man. When will you wear wigs? Oh. Have they interviewed that guy? Have they interviewed the interviewer? I never really, I guess, reached that thought. Colorado. I need like a little bit more of a stretch her out. Oh, so. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Smash. Yeah. I appreciate that. Oh, no. Oh, intact shell. Nah. Yeah. ASMR's been around for a while, and I used to want to like hate on it, but gosh, I do stop on the videos an awful long time for someone. Throw this phone on the charger real quick. Because I do scroll shorts every now and then. There's this kind of like super serious French kid that's live, and he always has a brush, and he's poking the thing. It's one of those things, but there's a few live streams that I come across that like I spent some time on. One is someone to do like I guess raps, but he's always got like a different chain on. And just interesting people all over this planet. That's what makes it so sweet. Glue. Alright. Okay. Gosh, I do kind of want to. There. I just kind of want to get. So, if it does well, I got to remake it, because sometimes I don't have the best memory retention here. It's just stressful. But, see the eye. I believe it's a pink core bead, like the bead itself is clear, and the inside of the bead is have like some color to it. And then just put a little black dot at the end of the flattened mono. I can't remember exactly what channel that I saw that from, but it's been the go-to ever since. Yeah. Precious. Okay. I don't really care where it goes, because we're learning here. So, I just want it to be a little bit even. So at least has some symmetry. I forgot what I needed this chamois for, but holy trucks, epic adventure trying to get one. I went to the oldest tool shops I could find that were still around, like bust numerous places. I just don't want to get it on Amazon. It took years for me to start shopping on Amazon, because I couldn't afford that Prime. Or the shipping. You know, eBay kind of checks all my boxes, so never had much need. I want to get more fluff in there. And that's one reason too that I think I'm gonna be doing some wool crabs. I could be making a bunch of plain crabs, for instance, and then having some wool roving. At least this is in my mind. And then whatever crabs are in the area, you could pinch out a little brown, a little green, and then add the color right onto it. Oh, I guess you could do that with markers. Sometimes I don't know why I think talking out loud unfiltered is a good idea. Especially y'all, like that battery, like for real. Please don't hesitate. You gotta like do something, cause it does. Can't really find the words really. Just brutally appreciated, cause usually a bunch of like very chill, wise, like knowledgeable fellow human beings, but partly because of y'all. It's not awesome that it is the internet. It'd be a bunch of just like kind of nonsense a lot. No like feet propositions in a while though. That was pretty neat. But you know, to each their own. Ain't no shame. But yeah. And then I'm gonna get in there with a little bit more because this stuff is really strong, and it's really easy to get in like between areas. Like it's thick, but it'll get through. That's like, I don't know, it's one of the best glues I've ever used thus far. And that shit came in like massive vats that could, like, that would never dry out or some miraculous. Alright, so I'm not getting the shape that I want. So I think I'm gonna wait until it dries a little bit more to start poking around and then try to separate that. Oh. Yeah, idea is the rubber ones would kind of dry right lively like. I think I need to find some clear ones. I do have for bracelets, but I don't know how fast that'll degrade compared to something designed specifically for art. I don't know. If anybody has any input or patterns, as always, more than appreciated. Until then, I will let this dry a little bit and then kind of continue to think it. Yeah. Alright. So like hmm. I'm sure my dad will like it regardless. I gotta really maybe doodle it a few times. Because when I try to think think through like something when I try to tie, I geez, that looks like a freaking giant foot, like and legs. Yeah, you can see through it. don't know what that is. But, alright, well. I think I want to go with the wool next time, because at least I know I could mold it. The wool itself. And add, subtract, but I like how it lays. So I'm not complaining it by any means. But I really want to make it, kind of, so it's not just an object. I really want to get a crab 8. Maybe I just need some inspiration. I don't know. Happy trails. If there are any channel recommendations, more than happy to check them out. Because need as many, as much inspiration really as possible. Keep my mind good and busy. And, so one way I've been trying to ease up on scrolling to try to find something to watch or listen to is listening to full albums. And stupid ass skirts. Why even bring these back? Why? This one's stretchy and it has big pockets. And the only reason why I got them is these pockets. See, that's like a ½ inch. So that means you could fit stuff in here without it affecting like the skirt. Because like if the pocket was an internal pocket, like see, fake pocket goes nowhere. Complete deception. But this, hey, a lot of stuff without effect. Because if this was a pocket, then you have like a big torture. One day, the right sewing machine and I will cross paths, and I will make wrap skirts for every day of the week, massive pockets. The whole thing will double as a pocket, for Christ's sake. And you know, they could say we'll own nothing and we'll be happy, yada yada. I couldn't pay me, but I will say one day I will have a sewing machine that doesn't break within the first 10 uses, and I will be happy. I can't even say the word happy without thinking of like last time I saw Klaus Schwab on TV, he said Z power, like unironically. So I don't watch movies. There's no need to. If anything, movies make me more freaked out, because now, like, if anything is like, oh wow, it's like what's happening now, I'm like, controlled disclosure, and it just makes it worse. So like, you know, it's just like, you know, when you're a kid and you believe in Santa Claus and the truth has been revealed, you can't just like go back to like getting stoked for some random dude to not even save you a crumb of a gingerbread house. They didn't even leave some on the plate. I specifically asked for some gumdrops to be left, and I held a grudge for a good few years. I didn't want to make ginger houses anymore. I was like, oh, there's no way. The amount of effort. Because, yeah, back then you got like a tiny little envelope of the. I'd make a gingerbread house today, but the kids are like, gosh, look like quite a treat. I walked by a fair amount of them in the last few Christmases. But anywho, before I start rambling into nothing, I out of sugary treats, so gonna probably listen to some music and try to figure out other ways to make the legs. It's kind of like the objective I have for it is for it to sit, obviously, but like when it drags or when water is moving it, the little things are moving, but it's visible, but also sand colored because that's what they are, because they want to blend in. And when you look really close at the shells, you look looking for teeth, you'll see little like legs floating by. And they get you. Another thing too is the clumps of seaweed. Any type of seaweed. I'm not sure if like but stay in circles. I keep talking to. But clumps of seaweed, just shake it. Baby fish, all kinds of things will fall out of it, and this might be something to gain inspiration. I seen everything from crabs to seahorse and just baby versions of shrimp. I mean fish, because some fish look totally different, but some look exactly the same, but like micro scale. But right. Oh shit. Yeah, it's 2:09, so I always feel like but I'm sure you've seen her. Oh. But I don't know what any of that means. I have I do hear that it's legal. At least back in the day, like it was meds. So yeah, Ron's channel here is pretty dang superior when it comes to marvelous flies. So please do give it a subscription. I want to put all the like a bunch of links together because Rage Base is up, and right now it's just kind of bare, blank, and hopefully maybe within a few weeks there'll be a forum, at least for a discussion, just like post like patterns or whatnot. I don't know. It's there. It's hosted from Code's house. He's got a big black box where these websites live and breathe. Because now there's a few in there. Wild to think about. Server is what it's called. So I I don't have much shame over my ignorance, and in the realm of tech I have a good amount. And the server just blows my mind that the websites are like right there, like tangible. I never thought I'd be able to like think of a website as like tangible, but that's what you gotta check out. Yeah, no, I'm fixing to look up fiddlers. I've been making the news lately, but yeah, I gotta check out that. Like some crabs. Ron, do you know any crab patterns? That would be interesting. That would be fun. Chamois. I feel like these are a lot easier to find in places that haven't been completely taken over by strip malls. Chamois. Which, I couldn't believe this is what a chamois was. I was like, nuh-uh. This is like halfway to a caveman costume, which I always wanted. But they don't obviously make real suede ones. And, if I got a caveman costume, I want that shite to last, you know? And I've deemed caveman costumes to be the most utilitarian outfit that I could possibly. Gotta get better at climbing trees before I can start dressing how I really want to. Hey, there's like no rules anymore. Shit. I used to design clothes, but I just couldn't sit there long enough to make this stuff. And I don't mean like design like gowns and like stuff like that. It was just like very craft things. But very like I don't know. Just I've never been more inspired to pick up like a little sewing needle again in a long time. And just some like really lightweight like wrap skirts or something. And okay, anyway, happy trails. Love y'all. Have a beautiful evening. Oh, hey, whoa. Only the one which is an old known pattern in Florida uses deer hair. Hey, is that this? The only deer, because that's kind of what I was messed up for, the hair crab. Yeah, no, it'd be nice to, it's the only deer hair one that I could skip across in this. But haven't delved too much online. I cannot stress enough. Like, I should try to read a book and film it, and like, it'll be one of those like old psychological kind of study things. Cause I don't think I could get through a page. It's like in stasis. Yes, But if anybody's on Discord and Facebook, Instagram, never hesitate. Got shipping stuff, and I live right next to a post office, but probably not for much longer. I will be able to obviously still ship stuff out, but I'll be a little sketchier because it'll be from, a mailbox with my handwriting rather than a post office's labels. And so yeah, please never hesitate. Bruised Peach Vintage at gmail.com. That is BRUSEDPEACHVINTAGE at gmail.com. I should have put like a space in between those last two words, but Bruised Peach Vintage at gmail.com. And feel free to send an address. I won't show up, but something will. Of course I'm kidding, but yeah, no, more than happy to ship anything out. Piling up, and I appreciate the company while I learn something that I will most likely be doing for the rest of my life. Never thought I'd land on something, but stoked. Just happy to be here. And it perfectly aligns with everything, so if anybody else is, heading off the mainland into shallow, calm waters, not quite ready for deep sea. I do want to experience that really bad. I don't think I've even made it like to the Gulf Stream proper, like miles off it. But it comes to if you look up Gulf Stream, the flow and the Palm Beach coast, and the Palm Beach County coast, it's right there. So, just, yeah. Anybody in Palm Beach County, Port Palm Beach, it's really, really, like, interactive place, and barely scratch the surface, and there's so much going in and out of there, and it's like a turquoise like speck, and it's closer than Jupiter, and not all of it's Foster, so plenty of rock piles, and could find really dense, meaty rock piles. And if anyone does spearfishing, or it's, yeah, I'm sure it takes no time to get out there. It's only a few hours or a few miles offshore, um, like very very close. Like specifically here, it runs off. See, Zoidberg, that's how I've been my whole life. Like, and ironically, like, I'd get all the materials for something and then kind of fall out of interest. And, like, delving into um, things, or like the amount of like unfinished projects within. I mean, gosh, I remember I filled a wall full of yarn, convinced I was now going to crochet every item that I could possibly need. I crocheted a few bags. This is like a few years ago. I still have all the crochet the yarn that one could possibly need, which has been going hand in hand with this, which is nice. None of it went to waste. Everything went full circle. Like, I kind of like little niches of stuff that just never got too far in. And stained glass is another one. Electroforming is another one, but you know, as long as I could store the stuff and maintain it, I uh, I'll never be bored, at least, and I'll never have to buy a birthday present. The ADHD kicks in. Yeah, and the thing too with this is like the full like strategy involved of like wanting to attract something enough to bite it, and then therefore you get to eat too. Well, I guess only one of you is really eating, but it's like the stuff that piled up, like jewelry. One thing I'm really scared about with the flies piling up, and the reason why I'm not really trying to collect, I keep like, if I have one that I'm really like into, I'll keep like the first one, or some of them are like fiddly ones, clear like learning, like beginner to keep. But I'm trying not to. My biggest fear is like them starting to rust. It's real humid in Florida, and it gets wet, it gets moist, things leak, and the rain gets in, and there's so much that can happen involving moisture and hooks. So I'd rather like keep a steady flow. Like with the craft supplies, holy trucks, that's why I'll never go to Michael's ever again in my entire life. Worst place on planet Earth. All of their jewelry wire turns like black the next day. I spent hours making something. Looks like shite the next day. Oh, cool. And that's why I switched to salvage. I always use salvage copper just 'cause like free, but I was I don't know, felt like, well, maybe I need to get proper like gold and silver wire to have gold or silver. Stuff tarnished in 2 seconds. Copper, just you can pickle it back to like that orangey whitish uh, copper color. Get all kinds of colors. It's just the greatest craft supply. But I don't even know what triggered that. Happy trails. You mean share, but who shared to? Gosh, I don't remember what I said. See, I'm not making fun. And I don't know how to say this, but I just don't want to make that, alright? Okay, I will. But I wanted to make a little crab. A little perched crab. It is one of my favorite patterns in the entire book. It is, you know, something a little more, a little more meat to its bones, I guess. That is the chamois crab, or a chamois crab. LBD. Anywho, happy trails, y'all. Have a beautiful evening, and oh shit, no way. I haven't checked the mail here in a minute. The mailbox is really small, so the big packages were sitting on top of the little cart next to it, which I've been finding all kinds of stuff in the garbage. Today I found a scythe. So I'm trying to find how to sharpen it with like a stone. I don't think I can do it without messing it up. I don't have a good track record trying to sharpen things. I get a ding in it, or else I'll think I'm on a roll. But I didn't realize like I changed position a little bit. Scare the shit out of me. All right, happy trails. Yeah, but Super, please never hesitate. Agates and shells, all kinds of things, and I need an excuse to make some chain, which is just beads from here and there, like salvaged beads, and it's like gemstone beads, and just the beads on the chain are called dingleberries, but they could be useful. This skirt, I gotta get out of this. The reason why I'm so freaking uncomfortable, I just wore the wrong thing, but it's hot as balls back here. But I've had to squish my legs together to the point I am turning into a mermaid for real. And, so, happy trails. I'll be bouncing around online for a while because I know I'll be up for a while. I slept all day, but I have a plan. I might try to yet again redo my sleep schedule, and yeah, something's gotta give because I have been all over the place, but at the same time getting nothing done. Yeah, love y'all. Have a beautiful evening.